guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Elsie, and if you're a returning subscriber, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning back in. In today's video, I'm so excited because Malachi is finally going to start eating. He turned 4 months old on the 26th. And this video is just to help all those mums out there who'd want to start at 4 months old, because I know it's a little bit early, but there are a few signs that you can look out for to know if your baby's ready. I weaned both my girls at 4 months old because they were ready. I saw the signs, and it's pretty much been the same for Malachi. And the best part about starting at 4 months old is you get a better night's sleep, because when their tummies are full, then they're going to sleep for longer. 6 months is the general age to start, but you can obviously start early weaning at 4 months old, like I'm going to start with Malachi today. But yeah, if you find this video really helpful, then please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd absolutely love it if you join us here. I hope you love it here. Just for reference, I am a mom of 3. I've got 2 girls, 10 and 6, and my baby who is 4 months old. So I'd say these 3 signs to look out for with your baby before you start weaning them, because it's kind of like their way of telling you that mummy, I'm ready to eat. So the first sign, baby can sit up straight with minimal support. So obviously they're not going to be fully sitting up straight, but they can sit up nicely, and they're showing you that they want to be up. So if you lie them back down, then they'll be pushing themselves back up, and that just shows you that they've got a little bit more support in their back, in their neck, and that's obviously the right position to be sitting in when they're eating, not slouching back. So if your baby's sitting up nicely and you're barely or hardly touching them, or really minimal support, then you know that your baby is ready to eat. The other sign is good head and neck control. So your baby can hold their head up really nicely. It's not slouching or like falling all over the place, because then that means when they start eating, their throat is nice and clear. They're not going to be like twisting and turning, which could bring choking. But if that's working and he's doing it, your baby's doing it, then you know they're ready to eat. Third sign is your baby is picking up stuff and putting them to their mouth. This is probably like the first sign out of all 3 signs, because the baby will be really intrigued about everything around them. They'll be pulling on your clothes, eating your hair, pulling your earrings, just grabbing everything that they can get and eating it. Obviously that just shows you that their motor skills are actually developing. So it just kind of shows you that independence and that they're growing. So if you do give them food, they'll be really interested in it. If the baby is not really interested in stuff and not really grabbing stuff, then perhaps you could maybe speak to your health visitor about it. But otherwise, if they're showing those signs, really actively looking and grabbing stuff, dribbling a lot, then your baby is more than ready to eat. And finally, the last sign is showing interest in your own food. So you could be holding a piece of chicken, even a cup of tea, and your baby will be trying to grab it off you, pull it off you, or even just giving it that stare, like, why are you not feeding me, mommy? I need this as well. And they can do this even after they've had their milk. So yeah, if they're showing that interest in food, then that means that they're ready to try something different. Of course, do not forget, milk is their main source of food. That's not going to change anytime soon, but this is just an addition to what they're drinking now, and it's just a nice way to start them into the world of eating. Obviously those are the signs to look out for your baby, but if you're concerned at all about starting weaning them at 4 months old, then of course then you can always contact your health visitor or your pediatrician, your GP, and they can advise you if they think it's right. Or if, especially like new moms, you might be a bit worried about starting them really early, because I know the NHS says they recommend 6 months old. So if you do have those concerns, then of course you can contact the right people. But otherwise, if all those signs are there and you can see your baby is ready and happy to eat, then honestly go for it. I've loved doing it for Mia and Mali, and I'm really excited that Malachi is starting at 4 months old as well. So yeah, now we're going to get into the fun part, which is everything that you need for weaning. So I'd say the essentials that you need for weaning. The first thing you will need is a high chair. My one is the Mamas and Papas Snacks high chair, which is a Happy Planet one, and I like this high chair because it's got 3 recline positions. Of course, when your baby's eating, you have to make them sit up, but when they're finished or just relaxing with you on the table, they can lie back. So I really like that. It's so different to like the high chair I had from Mia. But anyway, The tray has 3 settings, so you can make the tray go really close to them or move it a bit further back from them as well. And it also has the insert, so it makes it really easy for washing up. So you can just pull it out, wash it, clean it, and then put it straight back onto the tray. So yeah, I really like this high chair. It can also go, it can be adjusted to 6 heights, so it can be really low, really high, and also in the middle. So not just for eating, but just for general sitting as well. There's loads of high chairs that you can look up, but yeah, I'd 100% recommend the one that I've got, because it's also got that removable basket that you've seen under, where I keep his bib, and some wipes as well for cleaning the chair after. But yeah, high chair is the first thing that you need. The thing that you need is some weaning spoons, some soft ones for their gums, because obviously they don't have teeth yet. I'll show you the ones I've got. I've got these from Munchkins. I actually got this in a bundle. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me posting this like a while ago when I got the bundle at like a crazy price. So these spoons actually help you when you're feeding the baby. So when the food's too hot, they'll go white, and if the food's normal temperature, they'll stay the same color, which is such a cool feature. I've never had a spoon like this before. I'm like in tech world at the moment, because 10 years ago we'd never had anything like this. But anyway, I got these from Munchkins, and nice and soft and flexible, so they won't hurt your baby's gums, and yeah, they'll just do the job. And I got a set of 4 in there. The other thing that you need is some little lovely bowls. Again, I got these from Munchkins. It's a set of 3, so a large one, a medium one, and a small one. Put that down. It's got suction at the bottom, so that makes it so much easier when you're feeding your baby, that if they do pull the bowl off, it will not move. It will be nice and stuck on. So I'd recommend to get all your baby's plates or bowls to have suction on them, so that they don't pull it off. It helps you and it saves you from all the mess. It's already going to be messy, but at least you know the food's not going to fall out or be chucked all over the place, because it'll be nice and stuck on there. And for you as a parent, it's easy for you to obviously take off, but the baby is not going to take these off. And I've tried them on his high chair tray, and they are perfect. They will not budge. I will budge them, but he cannot budge them. That's the 2 things I'd say you need first: spoons and some bowls. At this stage, people might be wondering if the baby needs water. So obviously getting like a sippy cup. I have one because I got it in the bundle, but you don't need to give your baby water. You can just keep to their milk, so they won't be eating so much like they need water to help them flush it down. That is all you need for 4 months old: a bowl and a spoon. The other thing you need, of course, are bibs. I recommend the coverall bibs. This is a bib that I've got from Malakhai. I got it from Asda George. It goes all the way round to the back, so it clips around his neck with this adjustable like strap. And it's also got a pocket at the front where all the food can fall into. It's all the way around. It's got long sleeves, so he won't get himself fully messy. So if you are going to feed them before you go out, then at least you know that their clothes are not going to get dirty. All you have to do is just wipe their faces, really. So I would recommend a coverall full bib. So obviously you've got the little small ones, but this is the most secure bib that you can have, because it covers everywhere, and all you need to worry about is cleaning the high chair, the baby themselves, and nothing will go onto the food. Nothing go onto their clothes, sorry, not their food, nothing will go onto their clothes. The other thing that I would recommend is like a mat. If you've got a carpet, then get a messy mat. Make sure when you're feeding the baby, you put the high chair on there, so that the baby, if they do spill, something happens, it just falls on there. Or if you do have like laminate flooring or that sort of thing, then of course you don't need that. But of course it's an option as well, even if you have like flooring that you can mop, because if, for example, the baby's eating something with like turmeric or something like that, that can stain. You don't want stains on your flooring and stuff. So yes, I would still recommend it. But yeah, I would say that's all in terms of the actual equipment that you need. The only other thing I would say is having a pack of antibacterial wipes. Obviously you can spray and wipe clean the baby's tray and stuff, but I would say just get one just for them. And of course some wipes on the side, but that is a no-brainer because your old mum's out here and you need wipes all the time. So now I'm going to move on to food prep. So what foods would you give your baby at 4 months old? And this is a question that I think even now I tell myself, what am I going to give Malachi, even if I've done it like 2 times already. But I would say start off with 1 ingredient, because 1, it helps you figure out if your baby has any allergies, if they do have allergies. But the other thing that benefits the baby is they're getting to try different things, and you know, learning the textures, the tastes and stuff. And that's when you kind of know what your baby will actually enjoy. So by the end of that first week, you'll know my baby doesn't like banana, my baby is not really fond of carrots, or my baby absolutely loves avocado, that sort of thing. So 1 ingredient when they're 4 months old, and then you can up it to 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients when they're about 5 to 6 months old. I'll put a list here of the food that I would recommend to give them, the 1 ingredient types of foods that I would recommend, as well as Malachi's weekly meal plan. So this is a plan that he's got for this week. I plan on changing it every week just so I can add in more foods and stuff, but this is what he's going to be eating every day. So a different veg or fruit every single day, and then obviously I'll mix it up into 2 ingredients and 3 ingredients the older he gets. But everything that I've got for Malachi this week is really easy to prepare, takes little to no effort. The fruits, all I need to do is boil them and then just smash them up. Bananas, you don't even need to boil them, just smash them up in a bowl. All the veggies and stuff, you just have to steam it, and then just add your breast milk for like the potatoes or formula, blend that nicely. What I wouldn't recommend in terms of like first foods is things like nuts and eggs and things that can be like high allergy foods. I'd probably say bring those in when they're about 6 months old, because it's easier to handle them then than at 4 months old. So yeah, everything else I've put on here I would say is absolutely fine. I would say some easiest first foods to give your baby at 4 months old. That you've got options for giving your baby food at 4 months old. These are the foods I would definitely avoid fully until they're about 1 year old. Whole nuts, honey until at least 1 year old, adding salt and added sugar, and also whole grapes. You need to say these things, not everybody knows this. But anyway, those are the foods I'd avoid when they're starting to eat at 4 months old, and I'd introduce those foods from at least 6 months to 12 months old, because then you're able to handle the allergies better and they're just a little bit more grown. I mean, it's all development, they're learning, they're still really little even if they're starting to eat. Now that you know all the foods to avoid, some people might want to start batch cooking for their child if they're obviously working, busy, or just generally just want to make more so you don't have to cook every day. I personally am going to be making him food every single day, especially in this 1 ingredient phase. But if you wanted to cook multiple different dishes and store them in the fridge, then that's obviously an option. I wanted to quickly show you these little storage pots that I got from Home Bargains. There's 5 of them. I've only got 3 out at the moment. But yeah, these are really good to put the food in, keep it in the fridge or in the freezer. They're, easy to wash and stuff. I know there's also like them storage pouches that you can use, that you can write the date on. Insert a picture here just so you can see it, which could make it easier to like stack them into the fridge if you'd prefer that. Otherwise, if you're like me, just feed them and just discard the rest of the food and just cook something fresh the next day, because I cook for my family every single day, so I shouldn't really have a problem actually cooking for Malachi every single day. Otherwise, that is the kind of storage for batch cooking all your baby's meals, even from 4 months old. But like I said, just try and stick to that 1 ingredient. But yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope it's helped any mum out there who's been thinking about weaning their baby so early. I know 4 months old is so little. I mean, they're not even sitting yet. If your baby's sitting, please comment below. And it's just such a nice age to start a baby through this journey. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Stay tuned. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell, because you'll be able to see Malachi tasting his first food. Oh, exciting times guys, exciting times. That will be my next video. So I'll see you all in my next one. Take care. Bye.